I mean, I can't tell people what to post or what to say. But Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything, posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered sex offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom Nicki needs to be worried about. It's Chris Hansen.
Speaking to the barbs and the barbs only, but I'm speaking to the barbs that have common sense. Can you explain why Nicki would end up supporting Charlie Kirk's wife and his legacy and go on and why is she taking this whole turn with Trump and stuff? Can you just explain to me why? And I don't need you to comment dumb stuff.
Y'all, the rap girlies are fighting again. And this time it isn't because they're battling for the #1 spot on the charts or going after each other's kids. No, it all started after Nicki confirmed once and for all that she really is a MAGA Barbie, which sent the internet spinning. No shade to anyone, because everyone is entitled to their own opinions and beliefs, but child, the way Nicki went about this, and why she is suddenly turning MAGA, has her losing fans left, right, and center. And you already know her ops are having the time of their lives watching Nicki seemingly ruin her legacy like this. And child, you already know Cardi is enjoying this the most, because according to sources close to her, they're saying Cardi always knew it would end like this for Nicki. And it all comes down to Nicki's husband. But is there any truth to this? Let's get into it real quick.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president. He has, I don't know if he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to beat the bad guys and to win and to do it with your head held high and your integrity intact.
So, I'm sure you've noticed Nicki Minaj has been getting a bit into politics lately. She's basically come out as a Trump supporter, which is surprising because back in 2020, Nicki openly criticized Trump's anti-immigration policies and said she wasn't going to jump on the Trump bandwagon. She was also the one speaking about how Trump was a prime example of misogyny against women in the entertainment industry, saying he was the type of man who needed to surround himself with young women just to feel cool.
Trump could say, "You're fired." Let Martha Stewart run her company the same way and be the same way. Oh, evil. But Donald Trump, he gets to hang out with young and have 50 different wives and just be cool. Oh, Donald, we love you. Donald Trump.
I mean, this was even the same person who released a freestyle remix about Trump in November 2016, just a month after he was elected. Now, guess who's turning around and saying he's the best thing that's happened to America since McDonald's? We already saw her positioning herself to be part of MAGA when she spoke about Christian persecution in Nigeria, but the Barbs defended her, saying she was just speaking on an issue she was passionate about, and this wasn't exactly the first time Nicki had shown love to Nigeria. Things got a bit dicey though, when Nicki spoke out against Gavin Newsom after California passed a law allowing schools not to force teachers to tell parents if their kids want to go by a different name or pronoun at school. Basically, if a student is dealing with a gender identity issue and isn't ready for their parents to know, the school cannot be forced to out them. Gavin is someone who has spoken several times in support of trans rights. And as soon as the law was passed, Nicki tweeted, "Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, and happy kids." Nicki jumped into an already heated issue, as conservative parents were furious, claiming they deserve to be involved in everything concerning their children, especially something that serious, while the other side argued that some kids aren't safe at home, making this the best solution. The Barbs still found a way to stand behind Nicki, saying she was only looking out for parents' interests since she has a child and wants to be involved in her son's life. But child, when Nicki showed up all smiles at the Turning Point USA Memorial Program in Phoenix, everything changed. Nicki was one of the guest speakers, while other Black creators affiliated with Turning Point USA weren't invited to speak or do anything significant. Now that Candace Owens is turning her back on Turning Point USA, they no longer have a Black figure to prop up as the face of that community, so it wouldn't be surprising if they're using Nicki's fame and status to pull more of the Black community to their side.
But what it's shown me personally is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never gonna come back from it. But you do. And our president shows that. He's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly. Having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny. Until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on, you'll never understand what it feels like. That person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies. And that's not, and it's just.
And when fans saw Nicki sitting there, repeating talking points that had never come out of her mouth before, everyone was like, what the hell is going on? People were genuinely shocked, saying it felt unreal seeing Annika Tanya marriage on stage with Erica Kirk. She was out there being openly transphobic, and mind you, a large portion of Nicki's fan base comes from the LGBTQ community, so this was extremely jarring and understandably made many fans very angry. Some people are now saying she's allegedly doing all of this for her husband, Kenneth Petty. I still don't know where Nicki found that man, but ever since they got together, it's been one issue after another, with the most recent being Nicki being sued for $500,000 after her husband punched a security guard in Germany following an argument that involved Nicki. Despite all her accomplishments, one thing people have consistently shaded Nicki over is her husband's past as an ex-offender, because that's a stain people say never truly goes away. So, some believe Nicki may be doing all of this to help get her husband's record expunged, so he no longer has to register as an offender every time they move or travel to a new state. If that isn't the case, others have also brought up Nicki's brother, Jelani Marriage, who has his own serious legal history. He was convicted for repeatedly abusing his 11-year-old stepdaughter while her mother was at work. The crimes took place in 2015, he was convicted in 2017, and in 2020 he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Since then, he has repeatedly tried to appeal his conviction, but every attempt has been denied by judges. Because of this, people believe Nicki's brother is facing similar legal issues to her husband, and that she might be trying to work something out for him as well. Others, however, believe Nicki may be doing all of this to protect herself. Even though she's lived in the United States since she was 5 years old, Nicki was born in Trinidad and Tobago and is not a U.S. citizen. She holds a green card and is considered a legal resident, but she is not a citizen, which means she couldn't even vote for Donald Trump. Nicki has openly talked about how difficult it has been for her to obtain citizenship, and how long the process has dragged on. Because of that, the timing of her sudden shift toward MAGA politics feels off to many people. Over the past few years, Trump's rhetoric about immigrants has grown more aggressive, and after recent events in Washington, his messaging has increasingly targeted Black communities. Even people with green cards have reportedly been told their status could be reviewed or revoked. So some believe Nicki's alignment with Trump could be a strategic move to make herself seem valuable and protected, ultimately putting herself in a better position to finally secure U.S. citizenship.
Nicki Minaj has gone full-blown MAGA on Twitter, or X, right? And I think it's because she's scared of deportation. She is starting to get worried with this immigration policy because, mind you, she's been in the United States since she was 5 years old and she's still not a citizen. And pre-COVID, she even talked about how hard it is to get citizenship in this country. You can be a multi-millionaire. You can be a celebrity. And it's still a hard process to get citizenship. It's easier just to renew your green card, right? She has gone so far to turn against her own fan base. She literally, like, the LGBTQ is like her ride or dies, right? They do all her dirty work for her, right? And she went on to say that, like, trans people are not normal.
Nicki Minaj's husband is a convicted ex-offender, and her brother has been convicted of serious sexual crimes, which is why some people feel she fits in so well with the MAGA crowd. I personally stopped supporting Nicki years ago after learning she married someone with that kind of criminal history, and continued to publicly defend him. Because of that, her shift to full-blown MAGA politics honestly wasn't very surprising to me. Are y'all surprised by Nicki's turn to MAGA? Or is it something you saw coming? Share your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye baddies.